If you are following the presidential election closely, you are probably aware of just how crucial the swing states are. These are the states where this election will be won or lost. Starting next week, a new show on local Fox stations is going to be taking a deep dive into 7 key battleground states and the issues that will sway voters who live there. It is called Battleground, and this morning we are joined by host S.E. Cupp to talk more about this. S.E., welcome to the program. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been following you on Twitter for so many years. It's really great to be speaking to you face to face.
Oh, it's great to be speaking to you, too. And can I weigh in? My vote is Gouda.
Gouda. Okay, we'll log that vote for you, S.E.
Okay.
Okay, so this show, Battleground, has a very specific mission leading up to the election. Yeah. What is it?
Yeah, there are a lot of national stories to cover with this election, and there are lots of great places for you to go for those. But if you want hyper-focused local news out of these 7 battleground states, the states that are actually going to decide the 2024 election, Battleground is the place to go. And it's not just a TV show. We're a newsletter. We're a website, battlegroundnews.com. We're on social. We're going to be covering all of the stories out of these 7 crucial swing states on a variety of platforms and in a variety of ways.
Super exciting. We're very familiar with the formats of many political shows on the likes of Fox News, CNN, or MSNBC. S.E., tell us about the format and also about who this show is not going to be focusing on.
Yeah, I'm familiar with those networks that you mentioned. No, and listen, I'm still at CNN, and I'm going to be covering this election there as well. But there's, you know, sort of the cable news way of doing it. You have a lot of people with opinions on, and you get all their opinions, and they have an interesting debate. We at Battleground are having 0 pundits on. We want to focus on the local reporters, the journalists, the experts in these battleground states to tell the stories of voters and the issues that matter to them. And that's going to require not just, you know, one person from the state of Wisconsin, but people all over the state. You know, in Illinois, the demographics of the voters in Peoria or Champaign are different than those in Glencoe, Winnetka, Lake Bluff, right? It's the same for every battleground state. So we need to cover every corner of these 7 states and really get into the issues that are driving voters to the polls.
Let's talk about those issues. There's a wide range of them in all 7 of these states. Which ones do you expect to take center stage on Battleground?
Listen, we know the national issues, right? It's the economy, immigration, crime, women's rights. But when you get local, you can talk about other things like housing affordability, the rising cost of rent. Housing really cuts across every class level, every age group, every demographic. So that's a really interesting driving factor that we're going to be covering, because people really care about housing inaffordability right now. So
Absolutely.
There's a lot of issues that I don't think are getting the kind of attention that you know, some other shows are giving this election. We can go granular there. We can cover the horse race in the states in which it's happening.
One key battleground state are our neighbors to the north, Wisconsin. That's where the Republican National Convention is going to be happening. We're also hosting the DNC right here in Chicago this summer. What's going to be your approach to covering those events?
I mean, these conventions are going to be interesting. They're always interesting, but, you know, since the Trump era, everything's been a little less conventional. Those are going to be very interesting events to cover, and they usually sort of mark, along with debates, the first time voters really start paying attention in a real motivated way. So that's sort of a marker when you cover an election, those conventions, to gauge how tuned in voters are and some of the things that they're watching. But we'll be covering both of those conventions too.
S.E., this show, Battleground's going to be weekly Mondays, but then you're amping things up as we get closer and closer to the election, correct?
Yeah, we go daily on August 12th, so from August through to the election, probably past the election, right? We don't know when this thing's going to be called or how messy or neat it's going to be. We go daily so that we can really follow the horse race and all the machinations on a daily basis.
I cannot wait to tune in. S.E. Cupp, she is the host of Battleground. Thank you so much for being on the program. We really look forward to your coverage.